I'm Peanut Butter.
And I'm Jelly.
And you're watching the Halloween edition of Talk of the Town. Thanks for watching this spooky edition of Talk of the Town.
As most of you know, Halloween is tomorrow, and in case you procrastinated and don't have costumes as awesome as these, Deanna and Sierra have some tips for you in fashion.
And once you have your costume ready, you'll be ready to hit the town, and you might see some creepy things going on around Columbia. In this week's gossip, Brittany and Kelsey give you the lowdown on creepy things happening in Gamecock Nation.
Hey Gamecock Nation, I'm Deanna Thomas.
I'm Sierra Peterson.
And you're watching Fashion 411.
Hey Gamecocks, me and Dee Dee here. We trying to figure out something to put together for Halloween tomorrow. You have any ideas for them?
I actually do have a few do-it-yourself ideas that you can find these items in your closet, or probably your roommate has them and you can save a lot of money but still look really cool. One idea I have is to be a fabulous spy. You know how to do that?
Spy?
Yeah, you get a big trench coat, or like maybe your boyfriend or one of your guy friends has a big like suit coat, and you put a belt around it, some heels, big sunglasses, and a wig, and you're a fabulous spy.
I see your point.
Another idea is these cat ears we have. You can get these from like Walmart or Party City. A leotard, some stockings, put some heels on again.
A sexy kitty.
A sexy cat.
Don't forget the whiskers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another idea is to wear all green, a big paper flower on your head, or a flower.
Or the green giant.
Yeah, you can be the Jolly Green Giant. Just don't wear the flower.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that one. What about a teacher?
Yeah, at my school we had some pretty busted substitute teachers.
Substitute teacher. Ooh, that's an idea. How would you do that?
I would say a kick me sign, a paper airplane in your hair, some big nerdy glasses, and maybe
Definitely.
like a dress.
The kitten heels.
Yeah, the kitten heels and like the socks to go with them.
For the fellas, the loafers with holes in them.
Maybe
Definitely.
like punch out the glass in the
Yeah,
in the
or
glasses.
duct tape it in the middle.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Or you could be a
Definitely.
nerd. That'd be a good nerd too.
That would be a good nerd costume. But I wouldn't put the kick me sign on a nerd. No bullying. We don't support it.
You could be Miley Cyrus. Just twerk. All you do is just twerk, and then say, "Who are you?"
You gotta
I'm Miley.
twerk and high-waisted.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if you don't want to go all out for Halloween but still want to be in the spirit, you can do some really easy, quick things like eye makeup. Spider webs are one of the things that people are reminded of when they think of Halloween. Cat eyes, spider web on the eye, cat eyes, Egyptian eyes, a third eye.
Just a little nose and some whiskers coming out.
A spider, just put it on the side of your face.
Spiders creep me out.
A flower on the side of your face.
But if you're not like us and you're cheap, it's always somewhere you can go to buy a great costume. They have a great store, it's called YZ, right there in 5 Points across from Balo. Great costumes and a lot of vintage stuff, just in case like you can buy a great high-waisted skirt and wear like a lot of vintage stuff. It's a cool store.
What are you gonna be with a high-waisted skirt?
Not for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Well, then they just go to fall trends because those high-waisted outfits are still in.
Yes, high-waisted with cute scarf. Gotta add the scarf in.
If you want to still be in the Halloween spirit but you don't want to wear a costume, you can still be a superhero.
Yes, that's a big thing. Every store's selling them now.
Yeah, like Forever 21 and even Russell House, a Superman shirt, a Batman shirt.
Yeah, I was in there. They like, Superman, really? Shocked me. Really making a comeback.
Save the world.
Yeah, I wish I could fly.
I can't fly.
Don't fly. I'm Sierra.
And I'm Deanna.
Thanks for watching
Fashion 411.
Hello, Gamecocks. You are watching Gossip. You know who I am. I am Brittany Chapman, and I have a awesome, blossom, fabulous, and fantastic new co-host. Why don't you introduce yourself, on girl?
I'm Kelsey Barberio, and I'm super excited to be here to help out with Gossip today.
So the first thing I want to talk about is the Woodlands. I want to talk about what's been going on specifically in the apartments. Apparently, you could be reading a book, you could be eating a sandwich, you could be taking a nap, and all of a sudden, water will come through your roof. Now, how creepy is that?
That is terrifying, but it has to be a ghost.
But it
just
has
to be a ghost.
It has to be a ghost. You know, I feel like the ghost is upset because it can't get a ticket to the game. Now, what I want to talk about next, guys, oh my gosh, you have no idea. Now, normally, this is something you talk about in the kitchen. It's called kitchen talk, which means that it's not something you're really supposed to talk about in public. But I mean, this is gossip. You know,
we're about to talk about it.
I mean, yeah, exactly. What scares me is that I might not be able to pass my classes because every time I look up, I see someone's hair tracks. Now, for those who don't know who hair tracks is, okay, it's extensions to make your hair appear to be longer than
or
what it
fuller,
or fuller,
prettier,
or prettier.
But it's not pretty if you could see the tracks.
It's not. It's not. It's really horrible. Like, I don't want to be staring at your tracks. I have something for you. Posh Salon, which is located on Broad River Road, right here in Columbia, not far away from campus at all, is giving a deal to college students. I mean, the best discounts ever to get whatever you want. I'm talking hair done,
Nice.
color,
Nice.
massages, manicures, pedicures, facials. You can get your makeup done. There's no excuses. Pick up that phone, make that appointment, and go get right. Speaking of looking creepy and getting yourself together, let's talk about creepy celebrities, okay? So I want to get right into talking about Lamar Odom. Now, we all know about his struggle with abusing drugs and...
But it looks like he's on drugs again.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't believe him. He said, you know, it's been a week now of being sober. And
A whole week.
Lamar, I don't believe you. I mean, I know it takes baby steps, you know, and I feel like you're actually making an attempt, unlike Lindsay Lohan.
But he's putting his career in jeopardy. He's lost a ton of weight over the last couple of years, and I mean, he's putting his marriage in major jeopardy, of course.
He just looks so terrible. You know, his eyes, it looks like they're just drooping, like they're coming down from
He
here
looks exhausted.
to here. You know, his eyes are heavy, you know, a lot like Jay-Z's lips, you know? Which,
Yeah, they're big.
they're big.
There's some really big lips.
Yeah, and that's another creepy celebrity, Jay-Z. You know, his lips really freak me out. And I think that people don't say something, you know, it's like as quiet as it's kept. You know, Jay-Z's lips is kind of, you know, scary.
He should get some chapstick.
Like
Chapstick should sponsor him.
The only way that I can deal with looking at your lips without getting scared is if I think about Donkey from Shrek, because that's who you look like.
He does look like Donkey.
He does look like Donkey from Shrek.
But speaking of giant things, we have some breaking news.
breaking news!
Breaking news! The one and only Kim Kardashian is engaged for the second time, but this time it's to her lovely man, Kanye West. She posted a picture of the ring on Instagram this morning, and it's pretty big. I feel like someone's gonna mug her.
Oh my
Like,
god.
really, she's gonna have to get like full-time security to handle her. I'm sure Kanye will handle that for her, but
I know, and the way he proposed was so romantic.
I think they're great together.
Yeah, sources say that he actually like rented out an entire field. Like I don't remember if it was a football field or a baseball field, but no one was allowed to come in. And
I think it was a baseball
yeah,
field. Yeah.
he proposed and he confessed his love for her on national television and was saying, you know, I want you to be my wife.
And that's so great because now they have a child together. They have North, and you know, it's just important for them to be together as a family. And you know, she finally got that ring. She finally got her divorce settled a couple months ago. You know, thank goodness that's over.
And speaking of scary, you know, I was really scared for their relationship because I didn't think that they were gonna make it.
I didn't either.
But honestly, I'm actually rooting for these two. These two have gone through so much, especially with the media, the paparazzi. Like, I feel like they're the two most people that always gets the most hate and the most just horrible
Kim Kardashian
things
gets
about
hate for
them.
just about everything she can.
Yeah, and so does Kanye, you know. And with that said, this was gossip. So until we meet again, I am Brittany Chapman.
And I'm Kelsey Barbario.
And happy Halloween!
Coming up, we have Scardy Cocks and USC Lady Code.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town.
In the spirit of Halloween, Emery went around on campus to see how many of you she could scare in this week's Scardy Cocks.
And then Lady Code teaches you how to survive your Halloween weekend.
Boo! Hey, this is Scardy Cocks. I'm Emery Cannon, and in the spirit of Halloween, we're going to be scaring people on campus. Let's scare some cocks. Oh, shit. Fail.
Oh shit!
Oh, God! Got him. What a bunch of scaredy cocks.
What's up, ladies? We're here to talk about the dirty, ugly, and fantastic, always classy truth about life as a Gamecock. It's USC Lady Code. On this episode of Lady Code, throw on your bunny ears and call it a costume, because it's Halloween.
Halloween at the University of South Carolina is an entire weekend. You go from Friday all the way into Sunday.
It gets pretty crazy at Halloween parties. College Halloween parties are stories to tell for the rest of the year.
Halloween, it's one of my favorite holidays of the year. Women can dress super slutty and it be completely okay.
Oh, I liked scary costumes. I thought the zombie stuff, I thought it worked. I love the vampire costume, very, very traditional. But I don't know, I like to see a lot of creative costumes come out on Halloween. I feel like the slutty costumes are just overdone.
My one rule basically is if you're gonna be something sexy, at least be unique about it. Everyone has seen sexy Mario and Luigi. So like what I'm thinking is how about sexy Mount Rushmore? Maybe some sexy corn on the cob or fire hydrant. All wonderful suggestions.
I just like want to have an awesome Halloween costume. And I'll go out to the bar dressed as Iron Man and no one knows what I am. And it's really awkward because everyone else is like sexy cop, naughty cat, all this stuff. And like, here's me and I'm just like, what's up? I'm an Avenger. Like, this is cool, right? You're just like, oh, let me go dance with the sexy cat.
Ladies, when you're with a guy, you want to make sure that you look like a girl who's with a guy on Halloween. Meaning, you don't pull out the lingerie and animal ears. You don't wear the fishnet stockings. I mean, unless your guy's into swinging, like, you don't want to do that. You want to keep yourself together. Maybe do a couple costume. Couple costumes are the cutest in the world. They have a lot of different options for it. It looks really adorable versus you trying to be slutty while you're with your guy. That's not a good Halloween look for you at all.
If you want to be sexy, don't wear those 8-inch heels that everyone else knows you got from the stripper store, maybe even Spencer's.
If you're a girl who's single on Halloween, every guy's looking. Let's be honest. And you like it that way. You love it, or you wouldn't go downtown dressed like that.
Coming up, we have Highscore Headquarters and How To.
Zombies, Batman, and video games, oh my! In this week's Highscore Headquarters, Ryan, Khadijah, and Tan gave you the update on some video games you should be playing.
And if you're not using a knife to rub peanut butter and jelly all over your body, you might want to use it to carve a pumpkin. This week, Casey and Kelsey teach you how to carve a pumpkin.
I'm Khadijah.
I'm Ryan.
And this is Highscore Headquarters.
The zombies are coming.
So for this episode of Halloween, Khadijah and I decided to give you guys the top 5 scariest games in history. Number 5 is Slender.
Game number 4 is BioShock.
Number 3, Plants vs. Zombies. So this one's not really scary, I just think it's funny.
Game number 2 is Fear.
And number 1 is Outlast.
So word on the street is Nintendo is coming out with a new system. When I first heard this, my mind exploded with screams. I mean, Nintendo, new game system, in the same sentence? Yes! But then I actually looked online, and they said that Nintendo was coming out with a new 2DS system. So I was like, well maybe it has some sort of special effects, some powers, you know, me being Wonder Woman and everything. But then I was reading about it, and it was literally nothing. So I researched, and I researched, and I researched, and it just kept saying the same exact things. It's compatible with all DS systems. It's friendly for children. I am not a child. Look at me. I'm Wonder Woman. How do you treat Wonder Woman with that kind of taste? What makes you so special, Nintendo, that you have to go all the way out, spend years on making the exact same gaming system that you just came out with? I mean, if I wanted to buy another 3DS, I would go out and buy one. But no, I don't want one. So what makes you think I'm gonna spend my money, my hard-earned money, on a new system that's the exact same thing? I was in love with you, Nintendo. I gave you all of me, all of my heart and my soul, and you do this to me? You're gonna have to do so much better, because this system just does not cut it.
Batman Arkham Origins came out a few days ago, and at first I was a little bit skeptical about this game. Don't get me wrong, the first 2 games, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, were incredible, but this game is a little bit different. You see, the previous game developer, Rocksteady, actually isn't working on this one. They're working on a different Batman game, but the distributor Warner Bros. Wanted a Batman game now, so they decided to just go ahead and make Arkham Origins to hold us over until whatever Rocksteady's working on comes out. Also, it's a prequel, which means while it's the 3rd game in a series, the story chronologically came before the first 2 games. And if Star Wars has taught us anything, prequels generally aren't very good. However, this game still lived up to the standards of the Arkham series. Gameplay is still as good as the previous 2, switching between the critically acclaimed free-flow combat system, where Batman is just pounding on enemies, and if you do it right, he never stops moving and never gets hit. And you switch to stealth mode, where you silently take out foes one at a time. But the story is what really got me. It shows Batman when he's just starting out. He's a little less experienced, and he's been meddling a lot with the crime families, which puts the notorious Black Mask on his trail. Black Mask puts a bounty on him for $50 million to kill Batman by the end of the night, which attracts the attention of a bunch of really cool Batman villains like Firefly, Deadshot, and of course, Deathstroke. This game didn't really offer anything new, but it's still good enough to hold all Batman fans over until whatever Rocksteady's working on comes out.
Thank you guys for watching another spooktacular episode of Highscore Headquarters, and shout out to everyone that showed us lots and lots of love and feedback on Twitter and Facebook.
So you guys should follow our Twitter. See ya.
Hey guys, we're here with a brand new segment for Talk of the Town, and it's called How To.
In the spirit of Halloween, this week we will be showing you how to
Carve a pumpkin. Alright, so the first things you're going to need is a pumpkin, and we got our pumpkin from Publix, and it was only $5.99.
It's quite a bargain.
Definitely. Alright, and some other things, you're going to need a knife, so you can cut out the top, a spoon, so you can help get the stuff out from the inside, a pencil, so that way you can trace out your design. We got a little pumpkin carving kit from Dollar Tree, nice and cheap, and some newspaper so that you can set it out and it'll be nice and clean for when you're working. Alright, so first things you want to do is carve out the top of your pumpkin. And I'll just go ahead and do that right now. And then alright, so now the top of our pumpkin is cut off. Alright, so we can just go ahead and set that aside. All right, now what we're gonna wanna do is set out our newspaper.
All right, so let's set it on the counter.
All right, and the paper we got the Daily Gamecock. All right.
Which we read.
We
thoroughly.
read. We had just had mine around the room. You know, it's so good. The Daily Gamecock. So whenever you're done reading your Daily Gamecock, just go ahead and use the Daily Gamecock and just set it out. All right, and you're just gonna wanna just take it apart. Each individual sheet, just set it out. Because that way, when you're taking out the guts of the pumpkin, you'll have a nice, clean, and you can just set it right on the table and you don't have to worry about anything. All right. All right, so make sure you definitely roll up your sleeves.
Yeah.
In the spirit of the fall, we are wearing our sweaters because it is sweater weather.
It is sweater weather.
All right, and just have a trash can ready. That way you can just you just throw away all your extra seeds and whatnot.
All right, we can do this.
Yep.
Just reach in.
And just grab it all. Yep. So now that we have our pumpkin carved and we have everything taken out of the inside, you should wash your hands.
Because you're probably disgusting.
Like we are. All right. And we're just going to go ahead and wash our hands real quick.
All right, now that we're all cleaned up, it's time to get into actually carving our pumpkin.
All right. And we're going to have a very simple design for our pumpkin. What we have are little triangles that came with our carving kit, and they have serrated edges. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to press them against, and then it'll leave an outline. You can just carve with that. So just find our eye spots, and you just push, get it all around it. And you can't tell, but I can definitely tell where the eye will be. And then,
It'll make it a lot easier when we actually have to carve it, so we'll know where to cut.
All right, go ahead and do the other eye. All right, and then we'll take the smaller triangle, and we'll go ahead and make a nose, even though I don't know what he's smelling. So right now, what came with the little pumpkin carving kit is this little knife. It is not dangerous at all. It won't cut me. Very dull, but it should be able to get into this pumpkin. All right. So now we have our eyes and our nose cut out. We can just go ahead and throw that away. And then the next part is the mouth. So what you can do is you can take your pencil over there. You go ahead and draw it. And what you can do is right around where you want your mouth to be, you can make any design you want. You can make buck teeth, you could have a funny pumpkin, or you could do the scary pumpkins and give them really sharp teeth. And it's good to use a pencil so that way if you mess up with your pencil, no one can tell. And it'll give you a nice mark you can just easily fix.
Now let's cut it out.
And now we're going to cut it out, yep. Okay, so I finished the mouth. So we can just go ahead and pop it right out and throw that away.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's so much better than I thought it was going to turn out. Yes. And you can go ahead and when you do your pumpkin, you can make any face you want. Scary, funny, anything. And then, so when Halloween comes, go ahead and put your candle, or where you're in your room, no candles. Right, and
No candles in residential housing here.
We do not support that. All right, and then just go ahead, put your top back on, and there, you've carved your pumpkin.
Thanks for watching this special episode of Talk of the Town.
If you're going out on Halloween, just remember to be safe
And stick together.
See you next time.